Hello, Lakers. We're going to take a little bit of a different approach to the Bullet broadcast today. By now, I'm sure most of you have heard that we had a fire Tuesday afternoon that impacted a portion of the roof of Neal Hall. First off, we are so thankful that nobody was hurt from this fire. When the building started, the fire started in the building, there was nobody in the building. We did have some workers on the roof that were able to escape from the roof without injury. And we've received a lot of thoughtful emails, a lot of thoughtful calls and texts from concerned employees, concerned community members. And it's truly heartwarming to know how much Lakeland College means to our entire community. So thank you for that. So with that said, we would like to use this broadcast to share an update on the fire and some additional information. So the fire truly was isolated to the north roof of the north wing of Neal Hall building. This would be above the commons area where the construction workers were working to replace the roof on that building. The fire damaged the exterior of the roof, and the fire did make its way into the interior of the roof, but it did not penetrate any further than the interior of the roof at this point in time. So we have evaluated the structure. We have had folks out there to evaluate the structure, engineers, and they have said that the structure is safe and the structure is structurally sound. There is extensive water damage in the commons area above the north side of the building, but the classrooms in that building suffered very minimal water damage. And as you would imagine, given the scope of the fire, there was damage throughout the building as a result of smoke. So with that said, I would like to take a moment to give you a virtual tour of what the building looks like at this point in time for those of you who are concerned. So first, I'm going to turn it over to Scott Rawlings and ask Scott to please walk through the area where the fire occurred and the damage from the water and the smoke was heaviest. And please give us a little bit of a tour, Scott, and share a little bit of your insights.
Okay, I'm in room 109, the music lab. They've covered everything. They're right now in the process of taking ceiling tile out because it has sucked up the smoke. We will walk out to where the fire actually was. You can see they're right now removing all the walls. The fire was actually right up there where it started. And everything was more or less just contained in this space. They've covered room 111 already, and they're starting to get the ceiling tiles out. Room 110, the art lab, actually even smells pretty good. Out here in kind of the south part of the commons, there's really not much damage. The carpet's probably about the worst, but other than that, that's all the extent of the fire damage. I will let Kimberly finish the rest.
Excellent. Kimberly, if you would give us a tour of the parts of the building that are undamaged so folks can see that we do have a sense of normal there in the building.
All right, I'm taking off where Scott left. And you can see up here in the front, there is no damage at all out here. There was no water out here. The Servpro group has already made these containment liners coming down here towards the nursing labs. As you can see, this is what the commons looked like prior to the other side getting damaged. All of these classrooms were perfectly fine. As we've said, if you could not even smell, you wouldn't know anything had even happened on this side of the building. They have got fans running. These are the HEPA filter fans that take out all of the smokeness that was in here. So that's this end of the building, how well it looks. Servpro also brought in a health and safety officer so that we make sure all of their employees have their screening for the COVID-19 pandemic right now, which is really nice to make sure that the college is staying safe even though they're not our employees. This is the section that attaches to the library, and as you can see again, completely untouched except by smoke. So we do have the fans running down here as well.
Well, Kimberly and Scott, thank you for giving us a tour of the building. We really appreciate it. As you can see, folks, the remediation of the building is well underway. Crews are busy with cleanup in that building. We did host a Zoom meeting on Wednesday with all of the full-time employees who reside in that building, whether faculty or staff, who teach in the building, who have offices in the building, just to get a sense of what things we need to look out for as we're looking at remediating, where we might need to take extra precaution or be extra diligent in the cleanup. We are so grateful to all of the agencies who responded to the fire, the Mattoon Fire Department, the Charleston Fire Department, the Lincoln Fire Department, the Wabash Fire Department, Mitchell-Jordan EMS Service, the Coles County Sheriff's Department, the Mattoon Police Department. Thank you to all of you who helped rush to the scene and ensure that the fire could be extinguished quite quickly. We're very happy for that. We've already had a lot of questions from folks on when the building will be open. And that's at this stage in the restoration, we are very early into the restoration process. We truly don't have a time frame at this point in time, but we do believe that it likely will be at a minimum midsummer before the building is ready to be occupied. So our hope is that the building could be ready to be occupied by the time fall classes start. That would be our hope. But again, at this early stage, we really don't have a specific timeline to share with you. Again, I appreciate everyone's concern and well wishes during this week. Please know that we will do our very best to mitigate the situation and return our building to a format that is safe and healthy for our students in a good learning environment. So with that said, thank you everybody for being with us today. Again, we appreciate your support. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. And again, remember that together we are Lakers strong.